Let's do it again, band and show. I say we on the go. Come on.
We're cranking in the morning. We're jumping in the evening time.
We're moving all night long. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Burry Farm, what's up? Let's do it again. Whole wide. Come on. Let's do it again. Southwest, you up in the building. Let's do it again. Yeah.
We're cranking in the morning. We're jumping in the evening time.
We're moving all night long. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
Say the whole white crew outside.
Let's do it again.
Say my main man Earl, what's going on?
Let's do it again.
Southwest, what's up?
Let's do it again.
Hey,
I let my music play.
14 man out.
I see you, sexy Keisha. Let's do it. Do it.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a cancer birthday up in here tonight. We gonna do it tonight. You feel me? Yeah. A happy birthday, Kim. That's right. See you over there. Do it.
Tiana,
I only mess with these and do it.
Come on.
Or freak up in the building.
Back in here now.
Lindsay.
I hope I got everybody back in here. Oh man, give y'all some time, We back. What it do, Slick? I see you back in here already, Woo. I gotta get everybody back in here, man. Help me out, Woo. Send the link out. They already hit me. Where y'all at? Monty still commenting on the last line. I'm about to get everybody back in here. There's so many of y'all.
I wanna wish my man, Big Mo, happy birthday. We had a cancer party tonight. You already know. You wanna do it?
What up, Lee?
Do it for y'all cancer tonight.
How was your weekend, Ma, other than that?
It been good. Been a little busy making these lemonade. Trying to keep this sea moss consistent. Me and Eagle just been trying to map out some more shows we can possibly do up there. But it's been alright. I can't complain. Every day the same to me. So that the weekend, the weekday, I don't go out. But when I do, I always have a good time though. It's been lit, man. They had a band up Alabama Avenue yesterday. Donna Bella Donna. Yeah, Nene all went. It was a free event, so that was nice for the community. Free food, everything. So
Oh, wow.
it was good. You need more events like that. The Mama Reynolds back in here. Appreciate you coming back in. I'm trying to get everybody else back in here. I see Monty now. Let me send it to him. Back to Bone, Mike. Everybody's hitting me. What happened? Y'all not live. What's up, KK? Appreciate you coming back in. And some people like, man, you know what? I'm done. I catch them tomorrow. It ain't the first time this gonna happen. But overall, everything been good. You said you gonna be gone next week. That's, we're gonna make it jump. We're gonna make it happen.
Yep.
Get one in here. Miss Olivia, Miss Harris. Man, I'm sending it out to everybody. If I forget you, I'm sorry. Cause once the music go on, we back to it, y'all. I ain't got long. And that's it right there. Killer season. And we back. Before we got all we was talking about again, Judas.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was just saying, like nowadays, a lot of people don't notice them. You know, like they think that it's supposed to be this person, but Judas can be anybody. It can be somebody right beside you, the pastor. It can be anybody. You know, it's somebody that can influence you to follow them. You know, and do certain things. But the whole time they walking you to the slaughterhouse. They walk you right into a pit trap. But what's your thoughts on when you hear the word Judas? I'm gonna show you why I talk about the Judas goat. Cause they call this one goat the Judas goat, and I was like, why they call it that? That's messed up. But the job that he actually do is basically what we talking about. You know, there's a lot of people out here that we follow, and they lead us right into the fire pit, and we don't know it because they look so nice. You trust them. You know, they similar to it, so it's weird. Unless you want me to show the clip first, either one.
I mean, it's all about betrayal.
Mm.
You know what? You betray. You know, a person can only betray you if they're close to you and they know you. So your enemies and people that are not your friends, they can't betray you because they don't know you. Either they're your enemy or they're not, right? So
Yeah.
betrayal to me is, someone very close to you really does something to break the trust in that whole relationship, friendship. Hey, Angie, welcome back. So it's all about trust and betrayal.
Trust and betrayal. Y'all gotta see this, man. Cause I know a lot of people they be saying animals ain't this and ain't that. They smart, man. These things are smart. I think that's how we learn a lot of things that we do. We watch the animals. You know, they ain't watching us, taking from us. We watch them and take from them. But I'm gonna share this clip with y'all. Y'all look it up. The Judas goat. I think it's the shortest clip I was able to find that speak on it. Everything else about 2 hours long. You ain't gotta watch all that to understand exactly what's the Judas goat job is. I'm gonna show y'all though. Watch this.
Do you know what a Judas goat is?
No, I
Ever heard
I
this
don't.
phrase?
No.
So a Judas goat is a goat that is trained, that is mixed in with the sheep for the purpose of deception. It's named after Judas Iscariot. This goat is trained to mix in with them and to lead them around. So often they would lead them into pens or onto trucks where they are taken to be slaughtered or taken into captivity, and the Judas goat will then jump out while everyone else is trapped. It's amazing what you'll do if someone else is doing it. The false prophet will mix the religious and the worldly together and lead many astray. This is the reason why you need to get back to the simplicity of Jesus and the importance of Bible teaching. Do you know what
What's
a
up,
Judas...
everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Bone Show. Let's get it.
Judas goat. Some of y'all probably heard of it before, but this goat is crazy. They mix it in with the sheep. They already train it, and the sheep get to trust them. They do whatever this goat do, and I see this a lot with our youth and a lot of even adults these days. They tend to do what they see other people do. You know, like, oh, you play sports, I want to play sports. You sing, I want to sing. A lot of people don't really just do things that they want to do because they influence, and that's not a bad thing. But sometimes you get influenced by the wrong people, and they can run you to straight. And that's what been happening, I think, a lot these days. That's why you got little boys want to be little girls, girls want to be little boys, because they got led into deception. You know, I mean, that's what I believe. You know, I know how people get when you start getting on that, but I just think that they seen it was okay when somebody was doing it, so they started doing it. You know, they've been going so long that it's monkey see, monkey do it. Everybody doing it. And that's just one example. I'm just talking about the food that we eat. A lot of us eat bad because we seen other people eating bad. You know, like a lot of the things, even on soul food, mama, grandma passed away from a heart condition, all health problems that came from the food. But they turn around and eat the same exact food that she just died from. So that just lets you know, it's just that this is something that they took on. You know, they seen they people's do it and they people's people do it. So it's just something that they took on. They kids gonna eventually keep it going. But I just think we need to watch out from this Judas goat. I think it's a lot of Judas people out here that we just don't know them because they come off nice. They come off as one of us. But the minute they get on that truck and you on, they about to slaughter you, the goat hop off. That was amazing though, Janice. What's your thoughts on this?
This is real life, you know, these young folks don't understand. They so loyal to a fault to their friends. They don't realize that you are following someone who is just as clueless as they are. So yes, yes. Hey, Olivia. Definitely. Somebody. This is when I say when they at the table, right? They are sitting at the table, coming up with plans and designs and ways to misguide us and mislead people. So the government are the real Judas. They the gangsters and Judas.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. They lead us astray all the time. They give
Yeah.
us food pyramids. They tell us what's good to eat, what's not. You know what you
Right.
shouldn't eat, who to like, who to dislike, and we just follow suit. You know, it's like okay, they said don't do this. Okay, they said don't do that. You know, so it's just like when we ever gonna become our own leaders? You know, and I think a lot of the Judas is like Oprahs and the Tyler Perrys and things like that. Like they lead us to stray, not all the time, and that's what they do. Like these goats, it ain't like he do this all day. He just do it when it come time to killing them. So all day, every day, he out there with them. He eating with them. He doing everything with them. That's the same thing with the people we talking about. They
Yeah.
in everyday life with us, so it don't seem. But that one day you done trust them all year long for years, and now he taking you to get killed. You wouldn't know because you done already been programmed that he love me, you know, or she love me. This person really care for me, you know, like they make sure I get to eat. They eat with me. We the same, but y'all not the same. They just dressing up like sheep. The whole time there's a lot of wolves out here, and they know they working together. It's just us at the bottom who sheep. We got to stop being led by the wrong people. You know, we need somebody to protect us. You know, I think back in the day, they might really did have some, you know, some true leaders that was really out here for the people. But today, I don't really know if we really got true leaders anymore. It ain't that we don't want none. I just think that the ones that they put is they just Judas. You know, it's just they gonna betray us into the wrong direction. You know, they're gonna lead us down the fire pit, and I think it's wrong. But I just think that's the society that we're in. That's why it's good to sin. You know, everybody want to talk about sex, violence, and everything. That's what sell the most out here. So that just lets you know where we going and why is it. You know, that's the influence. You know, so a lot of the kids gonna grow up and do the same exact thing. So it's just like, man, we gotta put an end to this, but they don't know what they can't see. So I just break it down in different stories. So they hear about the Judas goat, just start thinking about the people around you. You might be right near Judas and don't even know it because they come off like they like you, they do the things like you, they pretend like they care for you, but the whole time all it takes is that one day they need you, you know. But y'all know how I think. What's up, Malik?
Yeah.
Malik in here.
Hey, Malik, it's so true because we look at, you know, the Bible stories that they put out there for us to see on TV, right? It tell us that Judas betrayed Jesus and he loved Jesus, but it's something about it was the coins, it was the money. I can't even say it was greed, but you know what? People set people up all day long. Females set guys set guys up again. And you can know these people, but again, if they hiding, you know, it's gonna be kind of difficult to discover who they are if people got facades on. So you're only gonna know the true person until something hits the fan and then you confront it. But it's yeah, we always got a Judas among us. I believe that.
I don't know if the kids gonna ever be able to hear that story, you know, because I don't know. It might get told in the church sometimes. I remember hearing about that story early on in church, but as you become an adult, they tend to talk about, you know, things that's going on in the real world. Then they find something in the Bible that can relate to it, and a lot of things like that they don't really tend to talk about. Your friend stabbing you in the back, or your cousins, or somebody that you really care for and love that you really trust. So I don't know how much that story be told about, but I say that because they actually trying to get rid of it. Period. You know, they trying to get rid of the Christian faith overall. You know, and that's weird because that's one of the most popular, you know, religions that's out here. You know, so they slowly been trying to pull away from it. You know, and trying to encourage people to get into these other religions that they starting to come out with that fit this more, you know, society this time now. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. But they probably thought the same thing when they had the Old Testament, then the New Testament came. They probably like this ain't gonna work. But now years later, everybody like, man, the New Testament say this, and then but so times do change. So I don't know if they're coming out with the newest testament. I don't know, but I'm gonna share this news article clip with you, Janice, and you give me your thoughts.
Good morning, Allison. Good morning, everyone. A big story just before days before Palm Sunday, Good Friday, and Easter. Sacred time for Christians. Two ultra-Orthodox members of Prime Minister Netanyahu's coalition have introduced a bill that would punish believers for sharing the gospel of Jesus with prison time. United Torah Judaism Knesset members Moshe Gafni and Yaakov Asher introduced legislation last week making it illegal to share in conversation or produce content online, in print, or by mail. Their explanation of the bill emphasizes a warning to stop Christians in particular. The punishment, 1 year in prison or 2 years for sharing with someone under the age of 18.
So now they talking about prison time, Janice, for people out there who share these messages from the Bible. They finding all types of ways to lock people up these days. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't really preach the gospel, but I do talk about it. Like if we speaking on religion, it will come up. So I'm like, shit, as I'm risking my freedom by speaking on some of these topics, definitely here on the show. I don't know if it's going to stick. They zap Janice about it. She probably pop back in. And I done heard God mean plenty of things. I just know the word was created, Malik, so when somebody created word, they can give whatever meaning they want to it. I heard it was dog backwards, because the dog stopped, so there's a lot of stuff that they mention it. I just be like, at the end of the day, people should have the right, if this supposed to be the land of the free, to believe in whatever they want to believe in. If they want to believe in the Christian faith, they should be able to, and they should be able to go out here and talk about it. They've been doing it. That's how we got where we at now. So now that they got everything locked down and in place how they want it, they don't want nobody else preaching it, because you can actually use their own book against them. Martin Luther King was doing it very well. And that's what they're like, hold on now. Yeah, because you ain't got to preach all the bad that goes in the Bible. You can preach a lot of the good, and how they say that all men are equal, so you can use that against them and bring light to the fact that y'all created, even the book that y'all created and y'all beat into us says that y'all should treat us better. They don't want to hear that, so when you start to preach that and these white kids start to hear that, they might start to put action to it. So I don't know. That might be a reason. What you think a reason for this bill they trying to pass, Janice, get rid of people talking about the Christian faith or jail time?
Unreal, man. Like I said, they always trying to throw something on the wall, see if it stick. This is unreal to me. I mean, are you serious? Because you talking about the Bible and you're going to throw somebody, you trying to create a law. Because you got to have a law to be able to prosecute. So this is just unreal. The enemy, man, the devil busy. He trying everything in his power, right? And if he could reach those governors, then his work is done, because everything filtering down from the governor in these states. So we just got to hold these people accountable. We can't allow certain things. I was watching. This is what I'm saying about Kemp. Yeah, he's real sneaky. Like, I see all these new laws that's coming to the House for approval. I'm like, and people don't even realize what he's doing. He's passing all these laws. Nobody's saying nothing because don't nobody know. Man, we got to stay tapped in with the government doing it all times. But some people really don't see nothing until once that bill passes, it's a wrap. But if we catch it, we can protest it. We can call out House of Representatives and make it known we got a problem with this. Y'all need to go back to the table on this. Y'all ain't got the wrong people at the table, but as long as our voice is not being heard, they're going to do what they want to do, whatever they want to do. This is why all this nonsense. He passed a whole law, a bill, right before COVID, that anything covering your face was a misdemeanor charge.
Yeah.
So again, he passing these little subtle laws and nobody's paying attention.
They ain't gotta follow them neither, man. They choose to, because like I said, and we've been saying for a long time, we programmed to. We follow other people. We see that, they don't do nothing because it's in the law, so we shouldn't do nothing. Right. Well, you got shit to do. You want to write some shit on some tissue and say you can't do this because you wrote it down? That make it okay? Like, I'm gonna write down that, okay, we deserve another $1 trillion that y'all created. They're not gonna just give it to us. But it is crazy that they came up with these so-called bills, these so-called laws, these policies, these rules. Really, they ain't nothing but big rules.
Yeah.
They want things to fit the way that fit them. But I'm just like, when we ever as the people gonna be like, who made y'all the boss of all of us? Like, who said that y'all can write down rules for God? Like, who said it? Like, okay, I'm gonna write down the rules for humanity. And since I put it on this paper, and we're gonna call it the Constitution, and we're gonna call it this, that is okay. Like, no, none of this is okay. It don't matter. They wrote it down on anything, stone. They could have carved it into the damn mountains. That you human just like us, man. You don't got the okay to tell me what to do and how I should do it. Now we all agree that this best fit humanity, then let's do it. But not no like, nah, 1 minute girls can have babies, next minute they can't have abortions, then this and this. Like, who's saying, who making these rules? I just be telling people, just think about you was in your house and a stranger just walked in and been like, know what? No foot on the table. Hey, get that ashtray off of there. Hey, know what? We want to make sure all the vegetables stay. Y'all gonna be looking at this nigga like, who let this dude in? Hey, right. These walls, I don't like them white. We gonna make them blue. We gonna do this over here. Y'all will kirk out. Y'all be like, Slim, you don't get out my house. If they start telling your kids, you know what? You ain't gotta eat that. You can eat candy tonight if you want. You can be looking like, Slim, stop telling my kids what to do. You know, and that's how I look at it. You know, just because they put it on some constitution and they say this and they put it in big words and all that, we grown. We are grown human beings. They are the same people like us. They breathe like us. And we all spit in the job. We wouldn't, oh, no, that's Janice spit right there. And that had to be that white. You won't know. Nope. You cut your wrist, you won't know who blood it is unless we actually run tests on it. So I just be like, man, at the end of the day, we got to really wake up and understand that they got control because we give them control. They make the rules because we allow them to make the rules. All we got to do is say, like, we don't give a fuck about y'all constitution. It wasn't a constitution for y'all came over and started snatching shit up. What was it? It was agreements. Tribes understood the next tribe. Look, this y'all territory. Hey, look, we might need to come together to do certain things, but outside of that, nobody gonna make rules for everybody. So I don't know, John. We got Miss Harris in here. Hey, Miss Harris.
Hey, Miss Harris.
Peace. Let me say, so the people think policies are laws. It gives all the power to the government. Yeah, it does. It does. He won't be coming in my house. They won't make it out. That's what I'm saying. We let these people in our house and they setting up the table, Janice, and they tell us that we ain't allowed at the table in our own house. That's why a lot of people like, man, like we say all the time, we need to get somebody at the table. Man, we need to go ahead and get somebody at the table. We need somebody. It's our fucking house. We need to get them in the table out. At the end of the day, they basically came in our house, built the table, and basically said, we not welcome. We not welcome to the big table, the round table, to write out the plans and what they got for our land. They just build what they want. They dig what they want to dig, and then they blame it. Oh, it's what they always say, Weather, what they be always climate control and all this. There's always something wrong with the climate. Like, no, y'all keep digging. Y'all keep messing with stuff, man. It's crazy these days, though, Jan. But why the police ain't got to follow the law? That's the next thing we get into, because they make up all these laws and we choose to follow them. And every day I see another video of the police basically just straight currying it. They don't care about our rights at all. So why do we care so much about what they think or what they say? And I ain't talking about the police. I'm talking about the people who put these laws into place. Because if the police ain't got to follow them, why the fuck do we got to follow them? Y'all won't understand what I'm saying after this clip, man. Because some of y'all probably saying it. For y'all who didn't, man, just brace yourself. Because it's just another white cop just doing things that he feel like he can do. We seen black cops do it too. So I think it's just the power of that blue, you know, that badge, make them feel like they got control. I can be wrong. What you think, Miss Hers? We got former cops. She left the force.
She said, "Tap her in."
Trying to unlock my car. This officer is unlocking my car. They just illegally entered my car, and I'm being forcefully removed.
Take a look at me. I'm a fucking specimen right here, buddy.
Sir, I'm
you
in
have gotten on my last
My
nerve.
hands are up on camera.
All right.
I'm in those.
You're gonna get your ass whooped in front of fucking Lord and all creation. I'm gonna give you one more chance.
I'm being threatened.
You can bring that with you. I'll let you film the whole thing.
I'm being threatened
No,
right now,
I'm giving you a
and I am
chance.
not doing anything.
I'm giving you a chance.
I feel unsafe, and I'm in no threat to these 3 officers. I'm
That's
making
fine.
sure it is being known. I am not
Yeah.
resisting.
Okay.
My hands are up. One hand on this camera.
Well, come on,
My
man.
seatbelt is being arrested.
As long as your
Look at
hands
this.
are up, that's fine.
I'm not resisting.
As long as your hands are
I
up.
was unlawfully.
Okay, come on
Sir,
up.
please do not touch me, sir.
Keep your phone out.
Sir, please do not touch me.
See, that's where we're coming to a disagreement.
It's not about
I'm
this.
giving you to the count of
I'm
3.
being-
Don't do
Oh,
this.
sir.
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
not
do it,
touching
man.
this officer. It's
Don't
on
do
camera.
it.
My hand is by
Step
my
out of
head.
the car right
I'm being
now.
threatened.
Now you're
I'm being
under
threatened.
arrest. Now
I'm
you're
being
under arrest
threatened,
for
sir.
disobeying the
I
law
was
of command of
being
an officer.
disobeyed.
I'm
I
giving
was
you
unlawfully
to the count
detained.
of 3.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm
1,
making it known I am no threat to this
2.
officer. I've been threatened.
Watch the show,
My
folks.
life is in danger. My life is in danger.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Huh? Put your hands up.
What's up, everybody?
Put your hands.
This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Won't Show. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. That's my thing, man. Why is it? I mean, if we follow these laws they keep creating, Jan, you know, just like, oh yeah, you know, the law say this, the law say that. Yeah, the law say we got rights too, and they don't follow them. They work for us. They get paid from taxpayers' money. People go out here pay taxes. He probably just came from a store paying taxes on everything he got in there. But the person he pays actually snatching him out of his vehicle, ain't following none of the laws, none of the policies they put in place that police supposed to, you know, actually follow. I don't know, Janet. What's your thoughts on this? Another black brother getting yanked out the car on video. He didn't even care. He looked right at the camera. It's like, yeah, they about to see you get your ass snatched the fuck out of here
and beat up. Mom, again, right? Just obey, man. You want to go home alive. You not obeying right now could potentially cause you your life. That's all I want to see, man. Unfortunately, we already know they got the upper hand. They got guns on you. It's more than one of them. So obey the law and then take care of business. If you find them in the wrong, you take care of business, but you cannot fight a fight if they done shot bullets in you. I just want people to wake up, man. Yeah, we know they wrong. They out of order on all levels, but you can't win with the police with guns on you. We already see this, right? They will shoot first and ask what they felt threatened. I fear for my life. Young brothers, man, just keep your hands on the steering wheel, man. Get out the car, keep your hands up. We already know sometimes that doesn't turn out well for us. But I'd rather be out of the car with my hands up than them trying to drag you out. Then they could say he's reaching,
Yeah.
right? Don't get him no out. Don't get him no in, you know what I'm saying, to take you out of here. That's what their whole plan is. They thinking they patrolling slaves out here, but they just in a car, not on a horse. It's unreal. But they don't follow their laws and rules even more. They think they are above the law, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is why they get away with some of the crimes and the murders that they get away with, because the laws were designed to protect them, not us. So again, guys, if you want to make it home another day alive, just obey the officer. Yes, keep your phone on you. He said, I'm allow you to keep it on you. Come on, we gotta be smarter now. We already know they waiting with their hand on the trigger to take you out. Don't get him the satisfaction. Period.
Mm-hmm. And that'd be crazy if that's their policy and code. You know, that's why these phones be getting them a lot of lawsuits, but a lot of people don't get fired. Because I think that's how they want to encourage. Like, the police got to be the aggressor. They make sure they're the aggressor. You know, they want to let you know they're in charge. So if you get them any type of energy, if it's here, they going to put it here. If you raise it here, they going to keep. The more you raise your energy, the more they raise theirs. But, man, I just don't like the fact that, you know, there's a lot of policies that they not following. And there's a lot of them that we get punished for not following. So I'm just saying, man, all these policies made up. Just how they know they ain't really got to follow that shit, we need to start understanding that all this shit bullshit. We shouldn't need a license to travel. Like, that's amazing. Like, before they had vehicles and everything, how people was traveling. They was probably traveling freely as they want. You know, so now it's like you can't really do nothing without an ID or some type of license to actually do something. But People can do all types of other things. You can go in the store and just buy a firearm. You ain't gotta actually have a license to shoot a gun. You just gotta be able to go in there and grab it. So it's just like, damn, I need a license to drive a vehicle, to get to work or get to wherever I need to go, to make things life easier for me. I need a license. And then on top of that, I gotta make sure it don't expire. When I get the vehicle, I gotta get car insurance in case I get hit or crash. I gotta take care of my vehicle, not only mine, but also the other person's vehicle. And if I don't want to take care of mine, I got at least get liability for the other person. So it's just all about money, 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 money. And I'm just like, the more technology you get, the more money it's going to cost us. And the more deaths comes from it. You know, it's car accidents every day, people dying from car accidents. It's good that we got them. But at the end of the day, man, we take a lot of L's. You know, the plane's good too, but we take a lot of L's. But it costs so much. Yeah. I'm just like, man, most people will be able to stick home and understand what's going on in their community, in their neighborhood, if maybe one flying everywhere. You know, just like, damn, you can get from here to Cali. You ain't gonna care too much what's going on in your community or in your ward. You can just fly to Cali. You can get away. You know, you can going through whatever you're going through. You can actually go out the country for a week or two. So just like, who gonna care about sitting back and building something or making change when you can always make a change in your life just like that? So I don't know, James. I don't know if this ever gonna happen. And I sent the link to you, Miss Bird.
It's about control, though. You know, you got to think about it. The government needed something. It was about patrolling, right, and controlling the slaves. So it's no different now, right? Them having that badge give them power, right, and the government control over who's stand your ground, who's where. They got bar scan codes now on your driver's license, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. So the government always doing something for a reason. We probably don't know the entire purpose behind it, but we already know it's some bull stuff behind it, because they always gonna make sure they have the upper hand, and they trying to control. What we talk about controlling the population, right? They always trying to find a way to keep us in line, in order. But they don't want to follow that. They feel like, that's why white people feel like the laws don't apply to them. When officers pull a white person over, they cuss them out, rip the ticket up, throwing at them.
All that.
They do all that, and it's like, why am I feeling entitled here? The law is for everybody, but we already know it's designed against us. It was created, for, to keep us in bondage and slavery, all those good things. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't hear that. They know it, but they, that's their secret society. They keep things under the cuff, right? It's just the government. It's nothing you could trust about them in my eyes.
I don't trust them. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't trust them. You say, yes, driver's license identified. Then they be asking, do you want to be a donor?
Right.
Fuck no. So when I hear y'all getting a car accident somehow randomly, and now this 80-year-old man who trying to live for another 20 years get my shit.
Right.
Like, nah, man.
They done got all them that got pushed to the top of the list, but our people can't get nothing. No. You can leave it in your will. You can leave, you want to, help a family member, or you can leave it in your will. Living will. We have living wills, guys. We need to tap into that. You need to do a living will. Something happened to you while you're living. You got control. You designate. You're leaving somebody power of attorney over you and your whatever's going on, your medical, financial. But it's really important to have a living will.
Mm-hmm.
Medical procedures and all that. Just leave it to the right one.
Leave it to the right one. I put the link in the comments, so I don't know who clicked it. I don't know if Miss Hurst gonna pop in. I see Slicky Woo hit it though. I see you saying the link. Woo, what up, Woo? Popping in here with us. We gonna pop in. Bad connection, huh? Yeah, man, I don't know what Slicky doing back there, man. Maybe another time. We'll appreciate you for tapping in, though. They ended our first show. Then we had to do it all over again. So that's why a few people were just tuning in a little late. But y'all understand where we going from, man, because I don't see no change. They never ever get a wheel. Why not? Malik, you be saying some weird shit, but you don't want to come on here.
Yeah, why?
Come
What?
on here,
Yeah,
so
break
you
that
can just
down.
stop randomly saying shit, and then we like, nah, get on here one day, and you can explain to people why they shouldn't get a will or why they should, because they already part of the system. They not living off the land, so them not getting a will won't make sense when they die. So you saying that for citizens here, I want to know why they shouldn't get a will. Because that's like one of the best things you get these days. And well, it's gonna be domestic, it's gonna work. You put everything in the truck. Oh yeah, you definitely have a truck.
Yes.
What's up, Miss Hers? There she go. What's up with you?
Hey, Mally. Hey, Janice. How you been?
Hey, how are you today? Looking fly.
Oh,
thank you.
Streets.
Thank you. Hey, listen, though. I was going to say this. Like, a lot of times, these lawmakers, and I've been saying this for a minute, like, these lawmakers do things according to what's beneficial to them and not what's beneficial to us or society. Because the way it's supposed to work is we're supposed to be able to demand to them, this is what we want, right? And in electing these officials, these gubernatorial officials, the presidents and the senators, and when electing all of these people, I mean, because, the senators, they get elected by, but, we have something to do with, but in electing these people, they get out here and they say, just like Angela also Brooks, she'll get out here and say, oh yeah, vote for me, the mayor of, Prince George's County or whatever. You get these seats after we done voted you in because you done lied to us, making us think that you are the person for, and then here you get in this seat and you do exactly what that man up top is telling you to do. You understand? Mm-hmm. And it's almost like, and not trying to be funny, it's almost like one of those things like, listen, I got the halo around my head. I'm going to make it look like you are the boss because, see, I need you to reach these people because these people ain't going to listen to me. They going to listen to you, though. So I'm putting you in this position so that you can get these people to listen to you. And then once they listen to you, I'll take over from here. And a lot of times we're not thinking like that when we're electing these gubernatorial officials. A lot of times, even with the police, like that incident with that police officer, was so very dead ass wrong. Like it was, I seen another situation where a guy was sitting in the car just last week. He was sitting in the car and he put his hands on the thing. He said, officer, I'm not getting out the car. The officer's like, get out the car. He said, officer, I'm not getting out the car. You can see my hands. You can see that I wasn't. Come to find out, this guy was a lieutenant. He was an MP in the military, right? Mm. A lieutenant MP in the military. And he did everything the officer. The officer, oh, get your ass out the car. Get out the car. He said, officer, I'm not getting. He said, I'm telling you, I'm scared of you. I'm not getting out this car. He said, I don't even want to take my seatbelt off because I'm scared of what you might do to me, right? He said, officer, you can take my seatbelt off. You can do whatever you want, but I'm not moving. You won't get me try to kill me on some shit that, like, nah. And a lot of times that be the setup. And when these officers are wrong like that, the upper echelons don't take the necessary cause to discipline these officers, and they don't want to discipline these officers because they feeling like, these officers are correct in what they're doing and they're wrong. And I think that's, Janice was saying, oh man, just follow the police rules so you won't get shot. Listen, all that you talking, Janice, is cool, and I respect you, but I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. If the officer pull me over and I'm doing as he tells me, and and he can see, and there's no threat to him. If I get out that car, officer, and you rough me up and beat my ass, listen, you can call me whatever you want to call me, Janice, but I'm trying to tell you, it ain't going, I'm trying to tell you, that's the day you're going to have to kill me. Because, see, I ain't for all that you putting your hands on me, officer, and I'm giving you all of it. This guy respected this officer to the fullest. Do you hear me? And the officer still took cold-blooded, just like the video that you showed. The officer still took cold-blooded advantage of his authority. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because like at the end of the day, you want respect, officer, and I don't mind giving it to you, but you gonna respect me too. Don't violate my rights. Don't snatch me out no car. Don't do all that. Don't do all that. Nah. Talk to me or get your, at that point, he should have gotten his official. When that man wouldn't get your official, and let this be a hostage situation or a barricade situation or whatever. But get your officials down here. Don't put your hands on me. You understand what I'm saying? You have no right to say that I did anything for a traffic stop. This is why he pulled the lieutenant over. He pulled the lieutenant over, and the lieutenant had a gun on him because he was an MP, right? And the officer tried to justify that, oh, see, you had a gun on you. That's why I did this. No, you didn't know he had that gun on him at first. Do you understand what I'm saying? You just took your authority too far, and a lot of these police officers are starting to do it more. And our upper echelons, those people that can control that, are not doing it. But these are the people that, you know what I'm saying, we put them in a hot seat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You made a lot of good
Yeah,
points.
you damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? Either
But I'm
way,
telling
you
you,
might get killed sitting in the car, or if you get out the car.
Listen, street rules. It's street rules to me, Janice. You put your hands on me, bitch, I'm putting my hands back on you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's street rules to me.
Pray for you, Miss Harris. You know.
I mean, you can pray for me all you want to, Mally. Yeah, you can pray for me all you want to, Mally, because I'm telling you, if the police put their hands on me inappropriately, you ain't gonna have no choice but to pray for me. You ain't gonna have no choice.
This dude was recording. The police see him record. The police see his face in his camera that he's recording, and that people live. And still, he decided that he gonna snatch him out the car anyway. He didn't care. So it's just like, man, you got some cops that might peep and be like, oh yeah, let me. But man, I can't gamble with my life. I ain't fucking with him. He might have a bad day. Probably walked in on his wife getting hit by the neighbor. I don't know, but he ain't about to take that energy out on me, Janice. So
no.
You already know we gotta give him some good energy before we get up out of here. I forgot it's already after 2. It just ain't been an hour show because we had to start another one because the show got cut off. Go ahead and give him some good energy though before we get out of here, Janice. If y'all got any questions before we go, just put it in the comments as well.
Wow, I just want to say, man, life is precious. You know, every day we wake up, we're given another chance and a choice, right? We are not going to always get it right. But when it's in your power to really just walk away, obey commands. I just believe, I want to believe, and we know this doesn't always happen for people. Obey the police commands. You might make it home alive. That's the plan. But you just never know what's going on in their head. So I just want to, just say, just obey, right? You want to make it home alive. Call your loved ones. Put it on camera. But, how you doing all this moving if the officer's giving you a command? We got to be careful out here and not let our egos get in the way of getting us put down. And Judas. Y'all better know. It's always a Judas among us. You never know who it is. They're not going to reveal themselves, right? So you're only going to know when they betray you and they get them 30 coins. So, right? Remember, guys, you got to test your friends. It's all right because you're doing it from a good place. But even with testing people, you still never know when Judas going to show up, when he going to actually accept that wager to turn you over to them. So again, with all that being said, guys, it's still all about self-awareness. It's always about self-love and self-care. You love yourself, love on yourself, be good to yourself, right? So just be kind out here, man. It's people out here suffering in plain sight. It's people out here that don't know their left from their right. We got mental illness on a high. When I say high, people out here really hurting, and some people are afraid to really say, I need help. So sometimes we just have to just show up for our family and friends, and people don't even know. Praying for people you don't know. Cover your family. Cover yourself, guys. We living in a wicked time right now. And they keep saying we're near the end. We never know when the end is. But until the end get here, continue to stand your ground, right? Obey the officers. Teach your children. You can't win with the police officers. Not standing out there in a car or, the kids out there in these communities, right? We got to teach our kids to try to make it home alive. That means obeying the officer. Sometimes it don't always turn out that way. But the minute you break and run, that's the target. They waiting to hit that target, guys. So let's not give them that today. And as I always say, guys, the self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Love on yourself today and be kind.
Yes, appreciate y'all as always for tuning in with us. We had another great show. Slicky Woo, Angie, appreciate it. They said great show. Man, y'all tune into my boy Slicky Woo too, man. He going live. Soon we end the live, he going live, and he gonna be jamming, man. That's what he do. So y'all like good music, man. Y'all tune into my boy DJ Slicky Woo Boo. But what we talked about today, we gotta watch out for Judas, man. Judas can be anybody, and there's always somebody near you, somebody that you trust. So you just gotta have your eyes open and understand that it can happen to anybody. That's basically what that story was telling you. You got a lot of people be shocked. Like, I can't believe he'd do this to me or she'd do this to me. Dog, they did it to Jesus in the story. Then what make you think you special?
Yes.
So that just lets you know, man, this dude done seen this guy do miracles and everything, and he still turned his back on him. He still betrayed him. So we got a lot of people out here, man, that running around with Judas. We got to understand that a lot of these politicians, they ain't nothing but the kid who asked their mom. When you young and you ask your mother, be like, hey, you got to ask her. Ask her, can you spend the night? Or ask my mother, can I go outside? You ask her, she'll say, yeah. And that tend to works, and that's what they do with these politicians. Al Sharpton, if you tell them, they'll say, yeah. Farrakhan, if you tell them, they'll say, yeah. Malcolm X, all of them, so they put these dudes in our face just for we can say yes to a lot of these things. Camilla Harris, if you tell them, they'll say yeah to Joe Beasy. We gotta stop falling for that old trick they constantly do over and over. Stop falling for the kid that's asking mom. You already know how it goes. So, hey, we'll be back on here 1 o'clock tomorrow, same time. Appreciate y'all as always. And y'all already know, if ain't nobody tell you they love you today, just know that we do. From this time to the next time, peace. We out of here.
Peace. We love you guys.
We had
Angie and DJ Slicky, Miss Reynolds, Kimberly Brown, and the other Kimberly K. We had Standing Man, Dr. Purpose came through, Kenneth came through, Monty, you was in here in the beginning. Olivia, thank you for coming through. Malik and Miss Erlene came up in here on the show today. Thank you, Miss Erlene.
We had a good morning today. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Janice, you have a good rainy day. It's raining down here too. But you be safe out there in Atlanta. And I do the same out here in DC.
Yes.
Love you.
Yes. Love you all. Y'all be safe. Love you guys.